Yo, what's up, nation? Today I'm gonna be talking about, or might I say, tonight we're gonna be talking and previewing the game between the Raiders and the Donkeys. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I know I'm kind of a little bit later than what I said. I kind of posted that I was gonna go live at 8:30, but it's 8:38 right now. Well, who's keeping count, right? So, Raider Nation, let's get into this video and let's get started with this live stream because we live, baby. So, what's up, guys? What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider back with another video. Hold on as I get a little set up right now. Alright, so if you guys are watching this live right now, I just want to say, what's up, y'all? Yo, what up, Nick? Nick is the first guy here. Shout out to Nick. So I know people is gonna be coming in a little bit, but I just want to let you guys know if this is the first time you're watching this video, this live stream, then subscribe to this channel. If you guys want to be notified, hit that notification icon just to let me know. Oh, just to let you guys know when I upload a video like this. And I know this is kind of last minute. I've been so busy, but this live stream is actually, something that I'm excited, about. It's something I can do kind of like out of the ordinary and just come on live and talk to you guys, talk to the chat, talk to the nation, and just get my thoughts out there. So before I get into this preview, news that went on this week, Martavis Bryant got re-signed right after that Monday night game. Well, the day after the Monday night game. So on Tuesday, Martavis Bryant got re-signed to the Raiders. And I'm actually excited. I mean, I didn't want him to get let go, but we let him go. But it's good to have him back because if you watch that Rams game, it shows that we're missing a big, deep threat. And with Amari Cooper being double teamed and Jordy Nelson being double teamed, Martavis Bryant could be that guy that could just help take the load off of him, or even be that big time receiver for us. I mean, Jared Cook was killing it on Monday night, and he's a big tight end and could play like receiver. And if you really think of it, Martavis Bryant can do about the same thing. So imagine defenses trying to stick Martavis Bryant, Jared Cook, Jordy Nelson, Amari Cooper. It's gonna be crazy, Raider Nation. But welcome back, Martavis Bryant. But it did have its con. Keon Hatcher, the breakout in the Week 4 preseason game, he got let go by the team. After we signed Martavis Bryant, and best of luck to him. I know he really thought his job was secure. I don't know what's up with Chucky. I kind of feel bad for these guys. We hear a lot of people getting let go, a lot of people getting signed, and 3 days later get let go. I mean, we look at it as just another transaction, but these are everybody's daily lives. These football players' daily lives. So when they get that call, they're basically getting fired. They're getting hired. They got to move somewhere else if they have to play for another team. It's kind of crazy, but Keon Hatcher, man, I hope nothing but the best for you guys. I mean, nothing but the best for you, bro. He did look like a solid receiver, but I guess that's not the guy we're looking for. We did bring Johnny Holton back as well, which is another a good piece. He's gonna be on the practice squad, but he can be called up whenever or if we have to. If another receiver goes down. Yo, Raider Al CA, yo, what's up? Matthew, what's up? Mean 519, what's up? Go Raiders. And Nick, yeah. Whew. Oh shit! Hey, shout out to Nick, man, a real one, down since day one ish. You feels? But shout out to everybody in the chat right now. But yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about before I get into this preview is Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden is a guy that I believe is in the hot seat. I mean, I wouldn't say in a hot seat, but I feel like whatever Jon Gruden does here is going to have a lasting effect because basically, if he does something good, if he does something great with this team, like balls out, blows the team out, whatever it is, he's going to get praised by a lot of people, praised by the media. But if there's something that goes wrong or he messes up somewhere or fucks up, then everybody's going to chew him out, I know it started with the Khalil Mack trade, and everybody was chewing him up, and the only way he could have shut him up was to go on Monday night and just do his thing and just win, baby. But that's not what we did. We looked solid in the first half, but the second half didn't look oh so well, it but you know, Jon Gruden still gotta prove it out there. You know, he's not that he's not what's the word for it? He doesn't have the league in his hands. You know what I mean? Like right now, he's kind of trying to do too much to get a win. You know, after that loss, everybody's chewing him out, saying Jon Gruden is not the fit for this. You let go of your best defender, and you can't even have a pass rush. But you know, that's besides the point. I feel like Jon Gruden is going to be on a hot seat this year, especially if we keep losing and losing. It's not going to look too good for Chucky, and that kind of sucks because I really love Chucky. This is the first game we get to go up against Marquette King. He's a donkey now, which kind of sucks because I actually like Marquette King. He was one of the most swaggiest punters in the league. But we get to go up against him. This is the first time we get to go up against Marquette King. So we'll see what we do. Maybe we'll get a roughing the kicker penalty. Who knows? I mean, excuse me. But, you know, it's going to be kind of weird to see him in that orange and blue, which kind of sucks. Moving on, Josh Gordon got released by the Cleveland Browns today, which was some shocking news. I did not expect that. A lot of people didn't expect it. And, you know, Josh Gordon is still a really relevant wide receiver, a really solid, athletic wide receiver. I know he just can't get off the weed. But Josh Gordon is a free agent now. And I'm for sure I'm pretty sure a team's going to pick him up. Someone's got to pick him up. But I just wanted to ask you guys, what is your guys' thoughts on signing Josh Gordon? If you guys feel like we should sign him, whether we shouldn't sign him, or if we should just give him a look. I know right now we're kind of deep at the receiver position, but who knows? We can maybe give him a tryout. Maybe he could be a solid receiver right besides Amari Cooper, Martavis Bryant, Jordy Nelson. We'll have so many weapons out there, and who knows? We could probably go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. But Josh Gordon, I wouldn't mind giving him a tryout or giving him a chance with the Raiders, you know. I mean, we gave Martavis Bryant a chance. Why not Josh Gordon? Moving on. So, this game, the Raiders and the Broncos. Broncos beat the Seahawks last week in a close game. I mean, it could have went either way. And the Raiders lost their first game last week. So, the Raiders are 0-1. Broncos 1-0. And we're going to go into Mile High this week. It's going to be a tough environment to play in, you know, altitude. And from the past years that I've seen Derek Carr and his offense play, I haven't really seen big games from Derek Carr against the Broncos in Mile High. But I'm hoping that he does ball out. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. Denver's got a real good defense, a real good pass rush, edge defenders, with Chubbs and Von Miller. But, you know, and they got a solid cornerback in Chris Harris, yeah. And Chris Harris. And they got Shane Ray over there, a couple guys, Pecco's over there. I mean, they got a really solid defense, and it's going to be a big test again for Derek Carr to see what he does under pressure against this Denver defense. Can we overcome that abysmal of a game or abysmal of a half, that second half of last week's game? Or will he go out there and ball out? I don't know. But I have 5 key points for this game that I just want to get out there. Let me see. Nick Urena. He asks, Canelo or Triple G? I'm actually... Oh, gee. Now that explains it. You know, that's probably where everybody's at right now. Nobody trying to watch this. But I just wanted to come out here and talk about it. But who I got between Canelo and Triple G? I don't really know much about both of them, but I gotta go with Triple G. I don't know. Other than that, I just got these 5 points, you know, about this game. And here's my 5 points going into this game. Number 1 is protecting the car. Protecting Derek Carr in the pocket is going to be pretty tough, especially with Bradley Chubbs and Von Miller rushing them. And they don't have a bad, you know, interior defensive line. Bring on Vaughn. Hopefully we get no sacks because it's going to be pretty tough, but it'll be nice if we could protect our car. You know, we we got this car for another, what, 4 years. So we need to protect our franchise QB. And that's the main thing going into this game against these pass rushers, these defenders, Last week, we didn't give up a lot of sacks, but there was a lot of QB pressures last week. Um, and that got to Derek Carr last week. And I don't know what it is. And I think a lot of people feel like, ever since he got injured, that he's been scared to get hit. So every time pressure comes to him, he panics. But if we can protect that Carr, if this offensive line can hold down the defensive line, then we'd be straight. Derek Carr would have all that confidence. You could tell the difference between the first quarter and the second quarter when they kept Derek Carr clean and Derek Carr got the ball off real quick. We looked solid. We could have easily beat the Rams. This game could have been a whole different game. But that was number one, protecting Carr. Number two is limiting the flags. There was a lot of flags on the offensive side last week that cost us a lot. Yes, it could be like 5 yards, 10 yards, but that is a lot. To go back, it kind of kills the confidence and the momentum of the game, especially for moving the ball. And these holding penalties, it's going to be tough not to hold, especially with, like I said, these pass rushers, these edge rushers coming after Derek Carr. And they're no joke. That's two people to look out for. But if we can limit the flags and play a clean game, I know that's close to impossible with the Raiders. But if we can have a really clean game with no flags on the field, offensive and defensively, then I think we can actually win this game. Or we can have a close, good game. Number three, pass rush needs to step up. If you guys watched last week, we had no type of pass rush. And no, I don't want to hear about Khalil. That's dead and gone. But the guys that we do have on this defense, I don't know what happened to them last week. Where did they go? I know this week, Justin Jelly Ellis and I forgot who the other guy was. But two people got placed on IR and they're going to be out for a couple weeks. And we signed in Jonathan Hankins and McDougal, I believe so. And I hope they do become solid players for our defense and defensive line because we do really need a pass rush. These edge rushers like Arden Key, Fadal Brown, Bruce Irvin, we need to have all of them be on their A game against this offensive line. Get after Case Keenum and don't allow him to have a big game. Let me see. Oh, Raider Alca. I'm thinking about getting Cooper, Carr, or Lynch jersey. Which one should I get? Shoot, that's tough. It'll have to be Derek Carr or Marshawn Lynch for me. Maybe Marshawn Lynch. I don't know. I have all three of those jerseys, which is pretty dope. But I would say Marshawn Lynch because he's a hometown, Oaktown legend. Where was I? I'm sorry. But this pass rush, we need to have a pass rush against this offense, against this Broncos offense. Arden Key's going to have to step up. Bruce Irvin has got to step up. They got to give him time to play. And also Fadal Brown. And I forgot who else we had. Damn, how did I just had a brain fart. But like I said, pass rush needs to step up. We need a ball out. And we need to rush after the quarterback. Our secondary last week and our linebackers look real solid. But it sucks when you give the QB all the time in the world and they feel comfortable in the pocket. You got to put some pressure on the quarterback. Number 4, get the receivers involved. Basically what I'm saying is get your receivers involved. Amari Cooper, Jordy Nelson, Seth Roberts, and now Martavis Bryant. Last week we didn't see much of the wide receivers. I think Jordy Nelson had a couple catches, not too much. Amari had only one catch, which didn't help for the Raiders and on my fantasy team because I drafted Amari Cooper. But that's besides the point. We need to get these guys involved. Jared Cook was the only reliable option last week, and other than him, we were just dinking and dunking off to the running backs, Jalen Richard and even Marshawn Lynch. But we got to get our wide receivers involved in this game. We got to go deep. We got to go vertical. And I'm hoping Cooper can have a good game this week, or Martavis Bryant, or Jordy Nelson. Either one of those three. One of those is going to be open. They cannot double team all three of them. So I believe that if we get them involved and Derek Carr gets protected, he'll have the confidence to heave it down deep and give people chances because that's what Derek Carr does. He always gives everybody chances. And I hope we do give these people chances because if we could get Amari Cooper to score like 5 touchdowns, that'll help my fantasy team for this week. Moving on. Number 5, Carr needs to stay focused when he gets pressured. And that is, I think, one of the main keys, to what I alluded earlier about protecting the Carr, is Carr needs to stay focused. I heard this on Watts Raider. Shout out Watts Raider, my brother. I was listening to you the other day on Friday, I believe, yesterday. But it seems like when Derek Carr gets hit, it's not the matter of before he gets hit. Like if Derek Carr doesn't get hit, he looks solid, as you can see in the first half. But once you get a hit on Derek Carr or you touch him or knock him down to the floor, then he plays scared the rest of the game and he doesn't seem confident, as you can see him throwing balls away. He's not running like he did. He had a really good run last game. But if he can use his feet and just get out of the pocket, maybe heave the ball down, or extend the play, or even just run for a first down, or flip over people, do front flips like he did against the Saints, But if Derek Carr can be focused and just get back up, and if his feet is working, just be like, oh shit, shrug it off, ball out, Don't be scared. If someone comes, take the hit, heave the ball down. I know it kind of sucks to say take the hit because that's our franchise quarterback. We paid homie a whole grip of money, but do it for the team, man. Just win, baby, by any means. That sounds familiar. But overall, those are my 5 points to this game, to us being victorious in this game. So yeah, moving on, I want to get to, let me see who's in the chat. If you guys have any questions, guys, hit me up in the chat. I'll answer them if you guys do. If you guys don't, fine. I'll keep moving on. But let's see who's in the chat right now. Woo! Mean PJ. Oh yeah, you're right. I thought PJ Hall was more of an interior lineman. But yeah, I did forget to say PJ. You're right. Yo, Joe Bud ISO 22. What up, man? Keep it up. Thanks, bro. You keep it up. Nick, isn't M. Bryant suspended? No, he is not. I heard that the case has got extended or something. It's going to take a little longer, but Martavis Bryant is back. He's re-signed with the Raiders. And what do you call it? He's going to be playing this Sunday for sure against the Broncos. That's a for sure thing. After that, it's going to go week by week, depending on what the case is going to be. But so far, he's going to be playing. He's going to be active, and we going to be live, baby. Joe Bud ISO says, we need Key and Hurst to step up big this week. Yes, that part. Of course, they really do have to have a big game this week because we're going to have to put some pressure on Case Keenum in this offense. And if we can put some pressure on them, if we can stop the runner, guys like Royce Freeman, who's the guy that balled out last week? Disley or I don't even know these Bronco players, but I forgot the other, Lindsey. Lindsey balled out last week. We cannot allow them to run the ball because then they're going to bring that play action and then they're going to heave it down to Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders or Cortland Sutton, one of those receivers, and we can't sleep on those receivers. But I kind of feel confident in our cornerbacks, actually. This year, after last week, seeing what we did last week, I have a lot of confidence. And I'm hoping Garrett Conley gets an interception. A lot of people, before I keep going, a lot of people hating on my boy Garrett Conley. I love that dude. I'm going to keep riding with him. I'm going to keep believing in him to being that shutdown cornerback until he proves me wrong, unless he turns out to be like another DJ Hayden. Who knows? But last week, if you really watched the game, he didn't really get he didn't get beat a lot. He did his coverage. He did his zone coverage. And then, he'll let the receiver go, but it'll be like safety's job. And you know who we have at safety? Reggie Nelson. And if you know, Reggie Nelson always has everybody beat him over the top all the damn time. But that's besides the point. Yo, Josh Gordon released. Yuck. 2 white tigers. Yes, 2 white tigers. But I think Josh Gordon is a better white tiger. He's a better looking white tiger, honestly. If I had to choose between Martavis or Josh Gordon, I'd probably take Josh Gordon to take that number 12 spot. Or to be number 12 on our team. But, I don't know where he goes, Good luck to him. Oh, let's see. Nick Urena again. Bills released Jeremy Curley, and he would be a nice pickup. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. I know he's much of I think he's a special team kind of guy, and we could maybe use him there. Chris, Garen is good when healthy. True. when healthy. When he's injured, then he doesn't look too good. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm about to eclipse 20 minutes, guys. Shout out to everybody else in chat. This was a quick video I just wanted to do to get my thoughts in there, just to talk about the Raiders versus the Broncos and who I think would win. Oh, let me see. Joe Bud. Any chance we get Bell? Maybe for the Bears first. Okay, that might be the last question I answer. But on this Le'Veon Bell deal, if Le'Veon Bell goes with them, if Le'Veon Bell stays with the Steelers this year and then becomes a free agent next year, I have a feeling we can pick him up. Or by the deadline this year, maybe if he's not playing yet, we make a trade for him. What do you call it? Yeah, I just read Chris Black's thing and it kind of made me all fucked up. But anywho, I believe we could make a run for him at the trade deadline if we're in need of a running back. We do have a lot of running backs. I wouldn't mind it, because I believe this is going to be Marshawn Lynch's last year. Doug Martin, I don't know if he's going to be a running back with us next year. Jalen Richard, DeAndre Washington, I feel like we'll keep Jalen Richard. DeAndre Washington, I don't know. And maybe having Chris Warren be that third running back or second running back. Who knows? I believe we can trade a number 1 pick for Le'Veon Bell, maybe a 2020 number 1 pick. And that'll solidify our running back. Maybe not. Maybe we'll go into the draft next year or the following year and we get a running back. But I know for sure this is going to be Lynch's last year. And we're going to have a feature back in Vegas when we move to Vegas or get ready to move to Vegas. And Bell wouldn't be a bad option. I wouldn't mind it at all. But with that said, last things last, I just wanted to give my prediction, who I think will win this game. And I had a lot of thought about it. I have a lot of positivity about this team, about this Raiders team. But don't be mad at me, Raider Nation. But I think we take the L on this game. We're going into Mile High against a solid defense. We still got something to prove. And by all means, I believe, if anything, we can always prove it. Why not us? Why not this week? I believe we can beat any team any week. But they got to show it to me. Because last week, it didn't look that well. There's a lot of bright spots, a lot of low spots or dark spots. But with that said, I believe we lose this game to the Broncos. And I hope that's like jinxing it to be the opposite. Because every time I say we win, we lose. So if I say we lose, maybe we win. But overall, just being realistic, I believe we lose to the Broncos 17-14. A really defensive game. Our defense is pretty solid. Their defense is much more solid. But our offense has got to prove it for me to see it. But I believe this is a close one. They win 17 and we win 14. We're going to be in Mile High. Altitude is going to be in effect. And yes, we're going to start 0-2. And don't panic. Because I believe this is going to be the opposite of last year. Because last year we started 2-0 and we was all hyped about the Raiders. Then we ended up 6-10. But I'd rather start 0-2 and then ball out the rest of the season than start 2-0 and be all hyped and then just be shitty the whole year. But like I said, I believe the next 2 games after here are winnable games. I believe this becomes closer. We look much better in this game. But we fall short in this game. But we got Miami and the Browns the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, and I believe those are real winnable games. And if we win those 2 games, we'll be 2-2 and then move on from there and just win, baby. Go on from there. So that's what I got for you guys. Raider Nation, just be happy, be proud. I can't wait for this game. I'm excited like I am every week. And I know you guys are excited too. It's Broncos country, man. Y'all gonna lose this game. No, but first, I hope you guys lose this game. Even though I predicted that we'll lose the game. I'm getting carried away now. But, Raider Nation, that's all I got for you guys today. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. And those people that stay loyal to your boy on this day. And I know everybody's watching the fight. Good luck to both people. Anyhow, Raider Nation, if this is the first time you're watching this video, subscribe. Hit that notification button to notify you guys when I upload another video like this. And Yo, later, guys. Raider Al. I always get distracted when I look over to the chat. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to Raider Al, Joe, Chris, Nick, Snug, Mean, everybody that was in the chat. Love you guys. Be safe. Raider Nation. Always and forever, y'all. All right, Raider Nation. Your boy Simone Raider is out.